Look behind me. There you go, that's pretty tight. That's a pass. That is a pass. Go on! Who's the daddy? Because this is all about new riders, beginner riders, people not much experience. Hi, all Aid from which bike here? Look at this. Magnificent in its own way. The massive selling, very popular CB125F. So this is kind of the mini fairing version naked bike essentially. Not a bad looking bike at all. Huge seller. Now this has got quite a few competitors. The KTM 125 Duke, which is quite a bit more expensive, comes with a LCD dash and a few other tricks, and probably is the eye candy of the bunch. Probably very popular with the younger set, and older set to be honest. But the problem with KTM, and I love them, and styling alone it probably wins, but it's just getting a dealer that's near you, because you've got to think about all the servicing and maintenance stuff like that. As much as I love them, probably why I often go to Honda as a brand, and I've had so many of them. Just so reliable as a dealer, probably within 15 miles of me every time I've ever lived. So happy days. This looks like a terrific bike start to get on. So I think its main competitor is probably the GXS S125 and the Yamahas, of course. I think it's a YS and a YB 125 bikes, one of which I've been on. I'll put a link down. Epically perfect bike. I expect this to be exactly the same. This is a bit newer. This is a brand new version, 19 plate. So perhaps it's got a little bit more to it than that Yamaha took out, although to be fair that was 4 years ago or so when I first started motorcycling. I probably should have bought that bike and stuck with it over less crashes. So let's give this a go. Right, so here we go. I've just come off the Grom, or the actual monkey version. Okay, got that nice little soothing 125 sound, no dramas. Right now, first impressions, my knees are bent, feet fully down on my 30-inch inside leg. Mirrors are good. I'm actually going to position them just unlike me from the off. Basic switch gear, basic stuff going on. It's got the neutral light, separate rev counter and speedo, actual chipometer, and a proper fuel gauge. So everything you're going to need to make you comfortable on a journey. Super light clutch, so very easy to operate for anybody, which is always nice. Who's letting who through? Right, let's go this way, shall we? Remember where the horn is and the indicator. Yep, okay, that's fine. Comfy seat, not bouncy. It's a pretty firm seat. The suspension's quite compliant, so not too bad. Looks like an SP1. And he's not wearing proper gear, is he? What is he doing? Which exhaust that? Aquapovich. Okay. Oh, Aquapovich. Let's just call it Aqua. Actually, it could be a normal fire blade. I must admit, I can't. Don't know. I can't tell the difference. Oh, it's actually got a gear indicator. I must admit, I wasn't expecting that. That's a real boon. Happy days. Right, put the visor down, shall we? Full fifth. Wow, that's actually really good. So actually, the binnacle says everything you want to know. Obviously it hasn't got rider modes and doesn't need them. Let's go off here. This bike, I can use it on A and B roads of course, but sorry, A roads and motorways, but on this ride there's no great need to. This is about urban environments really, I suppose, and a little bit of commuting in short distances, at which it excels. Now moving along, comfortable bike. It's not clip-ons of course, so the handlebars are a nice height, comfortable, not reaching out from either, quite near, which is nice. Looking down, pretty much uncluttered, due to lack of technology I suppose, which is a good thing in my book actually. Some bikes looking really cluttered looking down now. I do like the very modern smart screens, super Bluetooth compatible colour LCD stuff you get now. Not a big fan of the normal black and grey LCDs because it's hard to see in the sun and don't offer a great deal more clarity, especially the webcam is really rubbish. But this one, old school, it reminds you just how good they are. And was there really need to go digital? Well, perhaps not, except when we talk about bike modes, which I suppose are a good thing, especially for me, putting my faster bike into the lower mode. It feels less flighty than Yamaha, but I'm remembering a long time ago. It was a popular bike for a reason. It's really smooth to use. The clutch is smooth, the gears are smooth, and they've got that reassuring clunk as well. So you know when you've changed gear, you get that by feel. Don't forget, we're talking about new riders who are jumping on this straight after a CBT or whatever, really making use of it. Well, it's fourth gear, rolling on, no dramas. This is a nasty hill. I wouldn't want to be going up here on a cycle. It's down to third. Got strong engine braking, isn't a bad thing. Back into fourth, no great dramas. Can I get it into fifth? It's not going to like that, is it? Well, it's not chugging, it's not liking it. I'm not getting any kind of acceleration out of it whatsoever, even at full throttle. But it's not chugging. But at fourth, it's more comfortable. Third, you just make a little bit of progress. These bikes are such good value. When you think how much you pay now for a technology-based super bike, the difference between this is quite astronomical. Well, essentially it does the same thing, just in a different way. .26. I might be the slowest if I've gone up this hill. Right, let's talk about brakes. Back brake. Typical Honda back brake is actually better than most. I found that with Hondas. Front brake, reassuringly spongy. I say that because you don't want a super bike front brake on this where you press it, it goes wallop, you go straight forward. It doesn't need it. It requires a bike with that more sponge, that more transitional feel to it. Because this is all about new riders, beginner riders, people not much experience. Even if you've got this as a second hop-on bike, you're going to want to have simplicity and ease of riding without too much to think about, and this bike delivers that in spades. Seems easy to turn at slow speeds because it's so light. Even I might be able to do a U-turn on this. In fact, should we give it a try? It's always a good laugh. As you probably know from a lot of my videos, I'm really good at right to left turns. I mean, really good. I can do a really tight one. Left to right, I'm really poor. I still haven't got over the tension and angst I felt having to do it on the original dash test. I failed it a lot. I thought that was what I was going to fail on, and I did it. I couldn't believe it. I did the structure, loads of power, keep the bike moving at some speed. Or was it just going to drop? And you're going to be scared and put your foot down. And I managed it. Not only that, I managed it on the second one as well, where you don't get marked, you put your foot down, but you still got to do that turn before you do something else. So that's quite interesting. So I'll try that a second. It feels slightly more dynamic than the Monkey bike, which is also a competitor. Another very big selling bike, or the Grom or Monkey, the 125. Funny little bike it is, but I really enjoyed it, a lot of fun. This instantly feels more like a motorbike because it's bigger and the weight distribution is different to the Grom. Again, the weight distribution is more like a Monkey. It's got that kind of higher rise to it. All makes a lot of sense. There's some people who wouldn't want to be on the little bike, feeling it's not a real motorbike, which is absolute rubbish. I've been there, it's great fun. But someone might prefer this on the looks because it looks like a real motorbike, and fair enough, you know, it's an opinion, and it does look like other bikes. So some people will take comfort from that, and some people like to stand out. I'm not sure I'd get this livery. Looks a bit too normal. I think it'll look better than the other liveries personally. I mean, nothing you really need to do to a bike like this. There's not much point in putting aftercam in it, but you can if you want to make the bike louder. Just pick it up a little bit, I'm in 5th gear. Bit wind down a bit, down to the speed limit. So no great shocks when you pull the throttle. You can pull it in, jam it in. Well, let's get out of 3rd. Put the throttle on full throttle. Yeah, that's no drama there. No one behind me now, so I can do a pretty good brake test. Yeah, it is a bit spongy. There's no real dynamicism there, but it will do the job at the speed you're going. I mean, you wouldn't want brakes like that doing 800, but this bike won't reach that, so no problem. I suspect this can go about 65. Right, this is a good race to test it on, to be fair. Urban environments is kind of exactly what this bike's going to be doing. Go to the shops, go and see your mates, go down the pub, not have a drink. Go down the park, go to the gym. You can stick with this bike all your life and you're still going to have fun. You can get the max out of it and feel like you're really ragging it and racing it. Or it's just a stepping vehicle to something else. Whether your next step is a 300 or going back to the 600 you might do on the big test. Then that's up to you, personal choice and all that. I completely get it. I mean, I'm a power freak and speed freak, everybody knows that, much to my detriment. So this would have been a stepping stone. As it happens, I did my DAS and stayed on the 600, getting a Honda CB600F. Was it CBR 600F? Yeah, must be. It's a sporty looking thing. Really enjoyed that bike. Should have kept it, but I got seduced by the look of a Panigale. Crashed it and rode it off and cost I did 10 grand of damage. Only fell off it and it rolled on the floor like 3 yards and it was a total write-off. Such are the cost of the little bits of parts that damage on the bike. It was ridiculous, isn't it? What is a mini roundabout? I can try my turn here. Quick second. Look behind me. There you go, that's pretty tight. That's a pass. That is a pass. Go on! Who's the daddy? If you're thinking of getting this bike and you're doing that test, just remember it's power. Look where you want to go. So look right behind your shoulder. Look right over your right shoulder. Like that. Keep the power and revs up and don't panic. Trust the bike. The bike will make it. And I think this is the problem I had. I didn't trust the bike. I had the fear of falling over and damaging the bike. But if you're going fast enough, the bike won't fall over. It's natural physics. Of course, I didn't realise that at the time. I've learned a lot since. Well, what a cracking little bike, actually. Absolutely perfect for beginners. I mean, it's a toss-up. Really, it's going to come down to styling or particular derivative, fairing, non-fairing bike of 125. Or like a R125 Super Sports mini version, or there's a few versions like mini replica race bikes which do look incredible. But if you want general practicality and comfort, you're really better off with a naked bike, and they're much safer. You're not leaning forward, your visibility is higher, and it's easier to turn. So this is always a better option, I think, for a new rider personally. Great, comfortable, easy to ride, does everything you want. So it just comes down to personal taste, which kind of 125 you go for, but there is no fault with this bike whatsoever. It is flawless. Highly recommended. If you've got any questions, ask them down below. Check out the new show, The Good, The Mad and The Bubbly, with myself, Bikke and deimante, or D as we call her. So I probably still pronounce that wrong. And those are videos to check out as well. Make sure you subscribe. And yeah, ride safe out there. Take care. It's Sage signing out. See you later.